Welcome back to Raised by Giants live discussion. Welcome everyone in the chat and any moderators and channel members out there. And to anyone that's listening to the replay, thanks for joining us. And if you're listening on the audio only, welcome. If you're watching on YouTube or X, be sure to follow the audio only podcast on all podcast platforms. You can set it to where the shows I post are automatically downloaded upon release. I like to listen to a lot of audio only versions, so I can do other things while I'm listening. So follow Raised by Giants on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and Google Podcasts so you never miss a show. The links are in the description. Also, Clockwork Shining is available on Tubi. Anywhere you can download the Tubi app, you can now watch the documentary of Clockwork Shining on Tubi. So even if you've seen it already on Amazon Prime, watch it again on Tubi. I have the link pinned to the top in the description. With that down, a warm welcome back to the show, the father of reverse speech analysis. He doesn't call himself that, but it's got a nice ring to it. He's definitely the one that popularized it. He's been on the show several times before talking about ufology and all the cons and all the frauds that's going on within those spaces. And if I'm remembering correctly, there was only one or two people that he analyzed within ufology that seemed as if they were telling the truth. But here with us today to talk to us about Virginia Giuffre, David Oates. Welcome back. How's it going, my friend?
Doing good, mate. Thanks for having me back on again. I appreciate it.
No problem. It's a little late where you are. Oh, well, it's actually not even late. It's super early in the morning. It was like 5 a.m. in the morning for David here. So we're going to jump right into it here. For the people that might not be aware, David, what is reverse speech? How does it work? What's the theory behind it, and how did you get into it?
Okay, lot of questions. Okay, basically, reverse speech is the name given to messages that are heard when speech is played backwards. Um, if you play speech in reverse every few seconds, you'll hear this clear phrase amongst the gibberish that I maintain is what we are thinking and feeling unconsciously. The theory is that language is bi-level, forwards as well as backwards. It's an automatic function of the brain, and as we're speaking, we're saying two things at once: one forward from the conscious, and the other in reverse from the unconscious. So that's it in a nutshell. I've been doing this field for 42 years now, and as my full-time career. I believe in it 100%. It's proven itself over and over again as successfully solving crimes and finding clues and mysteries. And I personally use it in therapy. I have a busy therapeutic practice, and I use reverse speech working with clients' issues, and it's a real window into the unconscious, shining a light on what is within. So it's an amazing tool. It's the conscious as well as the unconscious speaking in reverse. So there you go. That's a simple explanation. Yeah. How did I get into it? Oh, dear me. That goes back to 84. I was a youth worker by profession back in those days. And I was running a centre for street kids after the playhouse. And one of the kids came in and told me about a preacher who was preaching that rock and roll was the devil's music. And if you play records backwards, you could hear these hidden messages. And he gave me a cassette with this preacher preaching, and I listened to it, and I could hear what he was hearing, and I'm going, gee, that's really curious. What is this? So I went home that night and rewired a tape player, run backwards, and that was 42 years ago, and here I am 42 years later still doing it. So, I was absolutely fascinated with it when I first started. I was obsessed to find out what it really was. You know, it had got the reputation of being satanic, the devil's work, and that sort of explanation still hangs around to this day. It's the devil's work, and no, it's not. It's the unconscious. It's a natural function of language. And, Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I wrote my first book in '87 and got a lot of media coverage. And I lived in America for 10 years in the '90s, teaching, lecturing. Yeah. And yeah, so here I am 42 years later, still doing it. So that's how I got involved in it. Yeah.
People are saying in the chat that your volume is really low. Is the your is it
Okay.
coming through?
Is that any better? I just turned the volume up. How's that? Is that better?
That sounds a little bit better.
I can
Say
turn
it
it up a
again.
little more.
Yeah,
Okay, try that. That might be too loud. How's that sound?
that sounds good to me. Cool.
Yep. Okay.
That's a lot better. Yeah, thank you. So you, yeah, what does the detractors say about this? Because I try and get a different scope of everybody to try and figure out, exactly what's going on. What is like people that criticize this work?
Yeah.
What do they say is like? What is their main complaint with this?
Well, the main objection is that it's all imagination. If you play, you can imagine anything you like into gibberish. The brain picks up patterns of random occurrences. Look, that explanation's pretty well been knocked on the head. These phrases can be heard. They can be heard independently. They're not imagination. Others can hear them the same way as we can. Um, the other explanation is, well, a lot of the critics say, yeah, we can hear them there, but it's just coincidence. Well, that's the other explanation, coincidence. I just can't accept that explanation. These are occurring every 10 or 15 seconds in grammatically correct sentences that relate directly to the forward. So how that could be coincidence is beyond me. The odds are incalculable. So look, most of the critics agree that they can be heard, but it's coincidence. So I don't know what to tell you. They're the two explanations I've heard: imagination and coincidence, and I don't think either of those hold weight when you examine them closely. So yeah, that's what the skeptics say.
I think that the only thing that's kind of interesting with that angle is that maybe it might not be the exact same way that you hear. It's kind of like an EVP, right? Like a ghost, electronic ghost phenomenon, right? Where people are ghost hunting and then they get like a strange, interesting, disembodied voice, and then they kind of piece together what they think that the disembodied voice is saying. But that's not saying that there's not a voice there. It's just sometimes it can be interpreted as saying something that you can't really make out exactly what it's saying. I don't
Right.
know. That to me is the only thing that I can really find. But a lot of times with your work, David, it's like it's pretty clear. Like you
Yeah,
can really hear exactly
yeah,
what it is that they're saying. So it's
yeah,
like
you're
not
right.
you're not really like misinterpreting any. I'm sure there's been a few words that it could be this or it could be that,
Oh,
but
yeah.
for the most part, it's pretty clear exactly what they're saying in reverse.
Yeah, that's what I say to the skeptics. These are really clear phrases. We're not stretching or imagining. And if it was imagination, how can other people hear it the same way? I don't think either of those explanations wash. And one day, eventually, they're going to have to bow down and say, "Well, this is real. We can hear it." So we'll see when that day comes, won't we? In the meantime, I'm shouting from the street corners, that this is real. Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's get into some reverse speech stuff. I seen on your social media that you did one on Virginia Giuffre, and I've done 8 episodes on the Virginia Giuffre case. It's very interesting. There's a lot to dissect there. Not
Yeah.
only her family history, but her past and what
Yeah.
happened with her, how she got to where she was, her dad, her brothers, her that are that some people say that her brothers are not her brothers, that are stepbrothers. Some say they're half brothers, but we did the whole genealogy of her on ancestry.com on my channel where we
Yeah.
figured out
Really?
all this stuff. We went deep into this whole thing.
wow.
So it's I'm glad to have you on to talk about Virginia Giuffre because you've done some reversals on her, and I'm very interested to hear if she is telling the truth.
Yeah. Well, I've only got one reversal on her, so let me play that. And this is pretty straightforward. So here's the forwards.
There are girls out there that will speak up, and I don't care if it's 10 years later or 15 years later. Whenever you're ready to do it, you do it, and you protect the ones that are younger than us. You protect the ones that we didn't protect before. These guys will get it in the end because us girls are not going to sit here and just let this keep happening.
And then she says backwards, I'll send that ray, they send a con. I'll play it and I'll tell you what it means. I'll send that ray, they send a con.
I'll send that ray, they send a con. I'll send that ray, they send a con. I'll send that ray, they send a con.
In other words, I'm going to shine a light on the situation. I'm going to show you. She's telling the truth. Okay, I'm here to shine a light on the situation. I'll send a ray, they send a con. They're conning, they're lying, they're deceiving. So she's telling the truth. Okay. Does that make sense? Did you hear that reversal?
I heard it loud and clear.
Yeah.
I'll send the ray, they send the con. Yeah.
So here's the forwards. I'll do it again for those who missed it.
There are girls out there that will speak up, and I don't care if it's 10 years later or 15 years later. Whenever you're ready to do it, you do it, and you protect the ones that are younger than us. You protect the ones that we didn't protect before. These guys will get it in the end because us girls are not going to sit here and just let this keep happening.
And I'll send a ray, they send a con.
I'll send a ray, they send a con. I'll send a ray, they send a con. I'll send a ray, they send a con.
Yeah, so she's telling the truth. And the other victims are telling the truth too. Now, let me see if I can find where I put those other victims. I got quite a few on them. I'm trying to think what year I did this. I've got them filed in years.
Well, you know that this Virginia Giuffre wasn't the only one that has supposedly died by suicide. Two others have also reportedly died by accidental suicide, and that's what they're trying to say happened to Virginia Giuffre. Is that her lawyer is trying to say that it was accidental, that she overdosed on pills, but there's two other girls that the exact same thing happened to. This girl, Caroline Andriano here, who testified against Ghislaine Maxwell during her sex trafficking trial, died May 23rd, 2023, after an accidental drug overdose in West Palm Beach, Florida hotel room. Okay, and then Leah Sky Patrick, another Epstein victim, died at the age of 29 after a drug overdose in West Palm Beach, Florida in 2017. The cops said that the overdose was accidental.
Yeah.
So we got three people that have supposedly died from a accidental drug overdose, and they were all Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell victims. Like I can see one or two, maybe two is a coincidence, David.
Yeah, but not all of them. No, not all of them. I'm trying to find the stuff on her, on the other victims. Don't know where I've got them filed. That's annoying. Because I got the other victims. When was this really big? Trying to think what year I got them filed in. Would have been. I can't put my hands on them. That's annoying. Hang on, let me just search for them.
Yeah, Chloe. Accidental ODs do happen, but when there's multiple like that, not an accident. Yeah, I 100% agree.
Not at all. Okay, this is saying 2023. I've got them in. Let's have a look here. Reversals 2023. Where did I find them? It's very frustrating. I've got them all. Hang know where I got them filed.
Well, you got so many, David. You got a whole. You're gonna need 20 hard drives to.
Yeah, yeah, you're right there. This is 2024, 2022, no, 24, 2019, 2019. Let's try this. 2019, Epstein. How frustrating. Oh no, they've. Sorry about that. They've totally vanished from my computer. Well, they're not. They're here, of course. So let's have a look down here. Yeah. So all the victims that I've found on her have been telling the truth. A B C D E F G H Epstein. Oh, what are all these on Epstein? Oh, I got. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. I don't know what they are.
Do you have any on the royal family?
Yes, I got lots on them. Okay, let's look. Let's go to. We're going to be hunting here forever. Let's go to. Let's go to the dad. I want to play the dad first. Okay.
Okay, Sky Roberts.
Yeah, this is the dad on the suicide.
Like I say, when she was here, we were together all the time and doing a lot of things together. She was on her own to go against Giuffre Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Prince Andrew. She was on her own this whole time.
And here he says, royal scam.
Royal scam.
Royal scam. Did you hear that one okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's play one on Prince Andrew. This is this reversal here. I'm really surprised this has not gone viral. This is Prince Andrew on his famous BBC interview being asked about the photo. Okay. And he says, oh, we think it's fake. So here's the forwards.
Nobody can prove whether or not that photograph has been doctored, but I don't recollect that photograph ever being taken.
And backwards, he says, Jeff, in other words, Giuffre Epstein, Jeff had to get murdered.
Jeff admitted murder.
Jeff admitted murder. Jeff admitted murder.
Clear reversal. It's creepy.
That's so wild.
It tells me two things. A, Prince Andrew was aware that Giuffre Epstein was murdered, not suicided. B, it's almost like an order. This must happen. Jeff had to get murdered. So in my mind, this reversal is Andrew confessing to knowing Jeff Epstein was murdered, and he may have even been the person who gave the order. So it's a royal scam, as Dad said. And I'm really surprised this reversal hasn't gone viral, because it's staggering. And I'll play it again. So here's the forwards.
Nobody can prove whether or not that photograph has been doctored, but I don't recollect that photograph ever being taken.
And Jeff had to get murdered.
Jeff admitted murder.
Jeff admitted murder. Jeff admitted murder.
So you want a smoking gun? There's one. That's and the other reversals I got on Prince Andrew talking about the whole thing are just as bad. Let me see if I can pull them up real quick.
Well, that's so interesting because Prince Andrew settled out of court with Virginia Giuffre in 2023 for an undisclosed amount of money. And then just a few years later, she's dead. Like, there's no way that he had to pay out all of that money, that she had already received all of that money. It comes out in increments, right? You don't have to pay the entire thing up front. That's not how it works. It comes out in increments over time, and may have been over a 10-year time span. So she probably maybe seen a quarter of the amount of money that was owed to her by Prince Andrew. And then
Right.
she ends up dead. And then that brings in the question, oh, well, does the money revert back to him? Does he no longer have to pay that money now? Or does it go to her family? Now, if it reverts back to Prince Andrew, that's a whole other
Yeah,
can of
right. Right. So here's one of the other victims.
I left Zorro Ranch with a deep sense of shame. Not just a shame of him having sexually abused me, but the shame of knowing that I had somehow been duped.
Trust in that information.
Trust in that information. Trust in that information. Trust in that information.
Yeah, so she's telling the truth. Okay, you can trust in the information. You can trust what I'm telling you. Okay, and here's another victim.
Did Jeffrey Epstein rape you? Yeah, no, he raped me.
And then it says, "Yeah, they raped me."
Yes, he raped me.
Oh, yes, they raped me. Oh, sorry, I lost it.
Did Jeffrey Epstein rape you? Yeah, no, he raped me.
And yes, he raped. Yes, they raped me.
Yes, he raped me. Yes, he raped me.
It's a little bit unclear, this one.
Yes, he raped me.
Yes, they raped me. There you go. So she's telling a true story. And here's there's so many funny ones on Prince Andrew. Like here he is being asked why was he hanging around with Prince Andrew, with Epstein.
But during these times that he was a guest at Windsor Castle at Sandringham, the shooting weekend,
Yeah.
we now know that he was and had been procuring young girls for sex trafficking.
We now know that. At the time, there was no indication to me or anybody else that that was what he was doing.
And he's lying through his teeth because backwards he says, "Then I knew."
Then I knew.
Then I knew. Then I knew.
There you go. How's that for a straight out lie? That's classic.
That's lying straight through your teeth. Holy crap. I mean, how could you not know?
I know. And here he's talking about Virginia.
I don't remember that photograph ever being taken.
But it's possible that it was you with your arm around
That's
her waist.
me, but whether that's my hand or whether that's the position, I have simply no recollection.
And she's a good mutt, M-U-T-T.
And she's
Yeah, she was a good lay. She was a good little girl. She gave me what I wanted, like a little lap dog. It's can I play an F word on the show?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, here we go.
That you don't recall meeting Virginia Roberts, dining with her,
Yep.
dancing with her at Tramp, or
Yep.
going on to have sex with her
Yes,
in a bedroom in a house in Belgravia.
I can absolutely categorically tell you it never happened.
And it says, "You lusty fraud, you're blanked."
You lässt nicht erotic back.
You lässt nicht erotic back. You lässt nicht erotic back.
And yeah, he was. He's lost his position in the royal family. He's taken. He really is blanked. So when he's given the interview, he knows that he was guilty. He knows that he's a fraud, and he knows that he's blanked. Basically, So,
These ones are great on him. These ones are great.
aren't they? Oh, you want me to keep on playing them? They're
Yeah,
funny.
let's keep going. Let's keep going on Prince Andrew. Kick him into
Okay.
the mud.
All right, here's another one.
In the photo.
I've seen the photograph.
How do you explain that?
I can't.
I cover this up.
Minecraft in this house.
And
Minecraft in this house. Minecraft in this house.
I cover this up. He's just lying through his teeth. It's just. Here's another one. This is all from the BBC interview.
That we never had any sort of sexual contact whatever.
She spoke about you outside the court in August of this year.
Mhm.
She said, I quote, "He knows exactly what he's done, and I hope he comes clean about it."
And the answer
What-
is nothing.
Your fun, serious lie.
Your son 09.
Your son 09. Your son 09.
Yeah, he's lying through his teeth. It's a serious lie. He had a lot of fun with her. He enjoyed it. She's a good mutt. Andrew's a lusty fraud. I'm just quoting the reversals here. I'd like to know who Greg is. Listen to this.
There is a whole range of things that you face now that you didn't face 25 years ago because it was just the print media.
For sex, you visit Greg. So he's not visiting Jeffrey Epstein anymore. He's visiting someone named Greg. I don't know who Greg is. I googled and looked around. I couldn't find anything about a Greg. But anyway, so
Greg is the new Giuffre. They got to replace him anyway. I mean,
oh yeah, that's right. Greg is.
if we think that Giuffre was the only person that was doing any of this stuff, we're sadly mistaken. There's
Yeah.
several of these types of people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so what has I got here? Here's another one. I got quite a few on the BBC interview. Like I said, I'm surprised the one about Jeff had to get murdered has never gone viral. Really shocked. Anyway,
So
We're
let's
gonna
go
make
to
it go viral.
so what was that?
We're gonna make it go viral. I'll clip it out. I'll make a clip of it.
Good on you. Do it. Make it go viral.
let's go to that Central Park walk,
Yeah,
which was
yeah.
snapped.
Actually, what I
Friends
should
of
do-
yours suggest that Epstein wanted that photo taken. Perhaps he'd even set it up. Do you worry that you were being played?
Again, new information is coming out since his suicide has made us reappraise that walk in the park. We can't find any evidence, or my staff and my people and I can't find any evidence to suggest that that was what he was doing.
Notice he says suicide here, forwards, but backwards, of course, he says murdered. And here he says, I will beat down the farce. Yeah, so this is a farce. I'm going to beat it down. I'm going to knock all this on the head. I'm going to make it go away. Well, he obviously didn't make it go away, did he? So, yeah,
And had him murdered. That's what it seems like, David.
that's what I believe. I believe that very strongly based on reversals. Yeah, I think I personally believe, based on that reversal, Prince Andrew ordered the hit. That's what I believe. So, here's another one. I just got lots of them for the BBC interview.
And that was the last time.
Yeah, because
Did you discuss Epstein at all then?
no, actually, funnily enough, no, not at all. There wasn't anything to discuss about him because he wasn't in the news. It wasn't, it was just
Meet up sex.
meet up sex.
He was so into everything Jeffrey Epstein had to offer. Meet up sex. He's as guilty as they get. So, yeah.
Well, that's interesting that he's saying that he didn't have anything to say about him because no one knew who he was. I mean,
Right.
that is true to a certain degree that no one knew who he was until he became more public. Idea that there was that one lady, I think on NBC, Robinach, I think is her last name, where she was caught on a hot mic interview by Project Veritas. And she was talking about how she had the Jeffrey Epstein case all wrapped up, and then NBC passed on it because they passed on it because they said that nobody knew who Jeffrey Epstein was.
Wow.
Yeah, they had Virginia Giuffre. They had all this stuff. They had the entire story, and they wouldn't run it. They wouldn't run the story because the higher ups said that no one knows who this guy is.
Well, that's crazy. They certainly know who he is now. Wow. Yeah, look, he's as guilty as they come. He really is. Virginia was an innocent victim. Her reversals say she's telling the truth. You know, I mean, that's it. As far as I'm concerned, it's cut and dry. In my mind, certainly based on reversals, Andrew is as guilty as they come. Andrew ordered the hit. He had sex with Virginia Giuffre and a lot of other young girls as well. He was involved in it up to his eyeballs. You know, that's the way I view it. But, yeah.
We have any more on Prince Andrew?
Let's have a look. What have I got here? Jeff had to get murdered. She's a good man. I beat down the fast. Here's another one.
I'm just trying to work this out because you said you went to break up the relationship and yet you stayed at that New York mansion several days. I'm wondering how long.
But I was doing a number of other things while I was there.
But you were staying at the house of
Yes.
a convicted sex offender.
I'll sniff the lover money.
I was against the lover of money.
I was against the lover of money. I was against the lover of money.
Well, money he's paying for the services, obviously. You know, that's the way I interpret that. He's paying for it. Here's another one that says he's lying.
And then on the day that she says that this occurred, they'd already left to go to the island before I got back from Boston. So I don't think that could have happened at all.
There was a witness there, Johanna Stolberg, who says that you did visit the house in that month.
From the lies wrecked.
From the lies wrecked.
From the lies wrecked. From the lies wrecked.
Yeah, all his lies are catching up with him, and he's being wrecked. Okay, he's being damaged, and he was. I mean, this interview was the end of him. He did so bad. Here's another one.
We'd moved on.
I want to talk about moving on now.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
Epstein is dead.
Yes,
The women are now being heard.
quite rightly.
How do you move on from this?
Well, it's an interesting way of putting it.
And you look bare with shit.
Get off bare with shit.
Get off bare with shit. Get off bare with shit.
Yeah, he's been stripped bare, and he looks like he's full of rubbish. Okay, that's basically what it means. And here he says, "I'm going to deal with the problem." Here we go.
There is a thick skin that you have to have. And again, I'm not a confrontationalist myself. I would prefer to be able to, as it were, resolve things in a way that is sensible.
All this mess, see the deal with it.
Is sensible. All this mess is the old with it.
All this mess is the old with it. All this mess is the old with it.
Yeah, all the mess. He's made some deals to try to get out of the situation. Look, all his reversals in this interview say he's lying through his teeth. He had Jeffrey Epstein murdered. He had sex with Virginia Giuffre. He thinks she's a bit of a mutt, you know, which is not a very complimentary thing to call a woman. And he's lying to get out of it. That's what reversals say. So, yeah, that's all I've got on Andrew.
Oh, that's wild. Which everyone knew. I don't know why you would even go and do this type of interview knowing that you're just
No.
going to look bad. Like, just go quiet. Just don't say anything. Don't talk to anybody. But they probably can't do that. Like, I don't know. Let it fly over. Let it go past. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
He was crazy to do the interview. You need to have his brain read. that was just a stupid move. So, of course, he doesn't know about first speech, but it made him wide open for reversals. You know. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna make that one saying that Jeffrey Epstein had to be murdered. We're gonna make that one go.
Good. I want
Load that one up. Do you have any more on Sky Roberts, Virginia's dad, or did you just have that one?
No, I got one more on him. Hang on, let me get it up. Yeah, he was only in it. I could only find one interview on him.
Oh, I think you froze up.
I wouldn't let her go to work for him unless I met him. But he seemed like a normal person. I mean, he came out, I went to his mansion and he came out in jeans and a t-shirt and just acted like a regular person. So I had no idea. I mean, you don't know who you're talking to.
Satan, her shit.
Satan, her shit. Satan, her shit.
Wow. Oh, dear me. He's basically saying he's Satan. Oh, shit. Maybe his daughter had shoes that he latched onto. But he's calling Epstein Satan, basically. Okay. So they're the only two I've got on the dad. Yeah, that's it. Yep, that's it. I'll play the other one too. Yeah, I'll play this one again. Here we go.
Like I say, when she was here, we were together all the time and doing a lot of things together. She was on her own to go against Giuffre Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Prince Andrew. She was on her own this whole time.
And Royal Scam.
Royal Scam. Royal Scam. Royal Scam.
Yeah, Royal Scam. The Royals have set all this up. It's a big scam. It's a big con. Andrew's lying through his teeth. He believes his daughter. So, so that's it. So, yep. So that's it. That's all.
Andrew said that Giuffre was murdered, had to be murdered, had to take him out, that he's a liar, that he's a fraud, that that he had sex with Virginia Giuffre and he's lying about it. He's trying to cover it up. He's trying to pay people to get out of the situation.
That's right. You got it all. It's all in his reversals. It's all there. And yeah, let me play the Jeff had to get murdered one again. I wonder if I can share the screen on this, so you can see the video.
Hit present at the bottom of the screen, and then hit share screen, and then window, or you can click.
No, I gave it a shot. It's not sharing. What did I do wrong? Hang on. How do I do this? Present. Oh, I see. No, it's not letting me do. Hang on. Share screen. Window. Prince Andrew. Share. No, it's not sharing.
There it is. I got it.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so here we go.
Nobody can prove whether or not that photograph has been doctored, but I don't recollect that photograph ever being taken.
And it is Jeff had to get murdered.
Jeff admitted murder.
Jeff admitted murder. Jeff admitted murder.
You see how the lips all match up on that, so that's pretty weird. So there you go.
That's incredible. I didn't know that you would reverse the video and it would say almost exactly what you're hearing.
I know. It's incredible, isn't it? Yeah. So there you go.
Wow, do that one again. Let's listen
do it again? Oh, you want
one
me to do it
more
again?
time. Let's do it one more time because that's insane. There's a lot of your reversals like this where the lips match with the.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You see it all the time. Absolutely, yeah. I'll show you some more videos. Now, did that share? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so here we go again.
Nobody can prove whether or not that photograph has been doctored, but I don't recollect that photograph ever being taken.
And here it is backwards.
Jeff admitted murder.
Jeff admitted murder. Jeff admitted murder.
I mean, it sounds creepy. It's got that real creepy feel to it. It's quite an amazing video.
Wow, that's wild. I didn't know that's how you that all of them were like that. That you had videos for a lot of them.
And sometimes you'll see body language links, arms going across when someone's angry, and it's wild. Video reversals are wild. They're crazy. Yeah, I love them.
Do you have the videos for Virginia?
Yeah, I do. You want to see them?
Yeah.
Now, where did I have them again? Now I've got to go find them. Just 1 second. Virginia. Okay, here's the one where she says, "I'll send a Ray." Let me just share this. Share screen, window. Okay, here's this one.
There are girls out there that will speak up, and I don't care if it's 10 years later or 15 years later. Whenever you're ready to do it, you do it, and you protect the ones that are younger than us. You protect the ones that we didn't protect before. These guys will get it in the end, because us girls are not going to sit here and just let this keep happening.
I'll send that Ray. They send a con. What's the lips?
I'll send it Ray. It's in a con. I'll send it Ray. It's in a con.
It's hard to see on those lips, but you can see the lips moving. They just wasn't a close-up shot. So,
Wild. I did not know that this was because you've never shared the videos before. I've never seen the videos. This is incredible. Let's do the Sky Roberts ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me get.
I did not know, David. Oh, I think you're frozen.
Am I here now?
Yeah, you froze
Yeah.
up for just a second.
Yeah, I've got a bad internet connection here. I use Starlink, and I'm on vacation. I'm in the caravan park, and there's trees and caravans all around blocking my signal. Okay, so here's this one.
Like I say, when she was here, we were together all the time and doing a lot of things together. She was on her own to go against Giuffre Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Prince Andrew. She was on her own this whole time.
Okay, what's the lips? Royal scam.
Royal scam.
You hear how those lips are matching?
That is perfect. He's saying exactly what it says.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's another added layer of proof that this is real. The lips match out the reversals. A lip reader could read it. So,
Wow, David, I did not know that this was what was going on.
Welcome to the world of reverse speech, mate. You should see some of the body language links. I've got some. I don't know where they all are at the top of my head. I need to make up a file of just video, dramatic.
Yeah, because I feel like this adds like a giant layer to this whole thing. It adds a huge layer because whenever you can see the voice along with the video and then their lips moving in reverse along with what they're saying, it adds like a whole other layer of being convincing.
Right, where I just pulled this one at random.
This may seem like, well, are we in a democracy? Well, if you don't have a feedback with FX, we'd have to, if you sorry.
And right as he touches his son, he says, "You're happy from my hug."
Happy from my hug.
No, you can't see the lips on that one side. It's too far away. But you can see how he's touching his son when he says that. Let's see. This is all Elon Musk. Where's Trump here? Trying to find a good one on Trump that'll show you the lips. I can't remember which ones are good and which ones are bad. Here's a funny one about Biden. Let's share this. What I'll do is for next show, when we do next show, I will pull out a whole lot of ones that are really obvious on their lips. Okay.
Joe Biden didn't just open our borders; he flew illegal aliens over them.
He's an old man of poor Satan.
No.
No, you can't see that one. Sorry about that.
That's a good one though.
It is a good one. I got some classic ones here. Let me see.
He's an old man, a poor Satan, and now he's got prostate cancer apparently.
He does indeed. Here, try this one.
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those
Oh, you're not
disagreements
showing the video on this one.
out in the American media.
Oh, I'm not showing the video. Sorry about that. Yeah, okay. Let's do that again. I don't think you can see the lips on this one either.
Oh, okay.
When you're wrong.
Here's a big argument with Zelensky in the White House.
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong.
You won't see the lips here either. Sorry. War Renew High Demon.
War Renew High Demon.
Wow.
War Renew High Demon. War Renew High Demon.
Yeah, well, they had a bit of a fight there, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I wish I could. Let's have a look. Where are we? Find an easy one. I buried Arsenal. Let's see what.
I think peace between Israel and Saudi Arabia.
No, there's no lips movement on that. That's a wide shot. No, that won't work either. Here, I'll just play. I just saw it here. I don't think we see lips on this. Let's find out. This is Pope Leo, the new Pope.
Oh, the new Pope. Ooh.
The new Pope. Let's see lips on this.
As we continue as a church, as a community of friends of Jesus, as believers, to announce the good news, to announce the gospel. Orate fratres, sud meum ac vestrum sacrificium.
No, you don't see lips here either. Said that scum.
Said that scum.
Said that scum. Said that scum.
That doesn't bode well for the new Pope. I'll get more reversals on him as we go. But he should speak a lot of English, I would imagine. You know, so we should get some reversals on him.
Yeah, I think he's American, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's American. Yeah. Let's go to something. Okay, let's look at. I'm trying to find some good lip movements, and I can't remember which ones are on and which ones aren't. Close on the lips. Here's Benny Hinn, evangelist.
So our wick needs to be cleansed, and when we cooperate with the Lord by receiving His word, renewing our mind, the thought becomes an act, and the act becomes a habit, and the habit becomes a character, and the character becomes a destiny. When that happens, God Almighty, now begins to work with us.
He says, "In it said there's muck."
In it said there's muck.
Oh yeah.
In it said there's muck. In it said there's muck.
Can you see the lips on that one?
Yep.
Yeah, and he's just being disingenuous. What the reversal mean? He's spitting a load of rubbish. It's basically what the reversal means.
When that happens, God Almighty, now begins to work with us.
In it said there's muck.
In it said there's muck.
In it said there's muck. In it said there's muck.
Yeah, I'm trying to think which ones I've got that have got the good lip movements on them. Where are we?
That did sound like what he was saying was a bunch of word salad garbage. So
that's right. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you. That's exactly what it means. These guys are classic to reverse. They really are. They're just classic, just lying through their teeth. Here's Pam Bondi, new Attorney General. Let's see what the lips are like on this one. But like I say, next show I will get a whole bunch together. Just oops, that's the wrong one. Just to what happened to it? I had it open. Just to show you the lips.
Todd Blanche, Emil Bo.
Yeah, okay, we should see the lips on this one. Present, share screen, window. Of course, I share all the videos on my podcast when I do my podcast, which is every Saturday afternoon on YouTube.
Todd Blanche, Emil Bovey, Cash Patel, soon to be Terry Cole.
See the noose.
Vivenus. Vivenus. Vivenus.
You can actually see the lips on that, but it's a little bit hidden by the microphone. Try it again. See the noose.
Vivenus. Vivenus.
You see how the hand moved around on the noose
Wow.
in a round circle, noose-like fashion.
Vivenus. Vivenus. Vivenus.
See that the hand movement right on the word noose? Some of them are really dramatic. I have to get a whole file of all this stuff together. It's just stunning stuff. Some of this is.
Do you think that she's referring to like what do you think she's referring to there? See the news.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even listen to it. Hang on, let me go and listen to it again, and I can let you know. Oh, gee, where's my file messed up? 1 second. Reversals 2025. Pam Bondi. See the news. Let's listen to the forwards.
Todd Blanche, Emil Bovey, Cash Patel, soon to be Terry Cole. Vivenus. Vivenus. Vivenus.
I think she's talking about
Todd Blanche, Emil Bovey, Cash Patel.
She's talking about Cash Patel. See the news. I don't know. Cash Patel's finding a lot of corruption in the FBI, so we could be referring to that, you know. Yeah.
Hopefully it's not. She's not talking about herself. She's going to be seeing the news.
She might be. I don't have enough reversals on her to answer that question yet. So, let me see if I've got any IJK. Here we go. Let me have a look on Trump here. Serve that Lord of the Light on Trump. See if we can see his lips on this one. We'll see if this is a close up one or not. Okay, so here we go. Is that sharing? Yeah.
I made a nice speech, one big crowd. I said, and it's all over town. Look at all that press. Look at all of them.
Serve that Lord of the Light. You won't see his lips.
Serve that Lord of the Light.
Serve that Lord of the Light. Serve that Lord of the Light.
No. See, trouble is I can't remember which ones have close-up lip movements and which ones don't.
You have any on RFK?
Yeah, I do. Got quite a few on him. Yeah.
Let's listen to some RFK ones.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I got lots on him. Okay, here we go. We got close-up lips on this one. All right, have a look at this. What did I do with them? Hang on. There it is. Present, share screen, window, RFK. Okay.
To remove burdensome regulations and unleash American ingenuity. Maha simply cannot succeed if we do not have the partnership of America's farmers.
He'll miss the harm.
He'll miss the harm.
Oh,
He'll miss the harm. He'll miss the harm.
Oh, you can see the lips on that one. That's a really good lip movement. Here, watch the lips on this again. I'll just key up the reversal. He'll miss the harm.
He'll miss the harm.
He'll miss the harm. He'll miss the harm.
Yeah, that's an obvious lip movement. That one. That's here using Congress. Here's a nice simple one.
If you eat a McDonald's French fry in this country, it has 11 ingredients. You eat the same product in Europe, it has 3.
You said it.
Here said it.
Here said it. Here said it.
Yeah, can you see how the lips are matching up on that one? That one was
Yeah.
easy to see. I'm trying to find some that don't have. Oh, well, okay. I'm trying to find some that aren't spiritual. Here's one that is spiritual.
In the same year, you visited Samoa.
Reply to that, Senator.
Let me just finish. The death count in Samoa grew to 83.
Demon behind us.
Demon behind us.
Oh yeah.
Demon behind us.
Demon behind us.
Oh, that's on the politician. That's funny. Demon, it's here. Let's watch the lips.
To 83.
Demon behind us.
Demon behind us. Demon behind us.
Demon behind us.
Yeah, you can see the lips on that one too. It looks really dramatic when you've got close-up face shots, you know, and they
Share that one. Share that one so the audience can see that one.
Oh, play it again. Yeah.
Oh, share the video.
Oh, didn't I show you the video? Sorry about that. Share screen, window, video. Okay, there we go.
In the same year, you visited Samoa.
Reply to that, Senator.
Let me just finish. The death count in Samoa grew to 83.
Okay, look at the lips. Demon behind us.
Demon behind us.
Demon behind us. Demon behind us.
Here, see the lips matching on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. What have I got on RFK here? I got lots. I'm just trying to think what's easy to understand. Oh, here's another Satan one. We'll share the screen on this. Present. Share screen. Window. Okay. Is that sharing? That didn't share.
Oh, here it is. I got it.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
When I met with President Trump last summer, I discovered that he is more than just a concern for this tragic situation, but genuine care.
Shows this denounce Satan. That's not as clear as the other one. Sorry about that.
What's the first words of that?
Shows this. In other words, this is a bad situation. We've got to denounce the evil. Okay. And what else have I got here? Let me get. Here's a straightforward one. Hang on, let me share the screen on this. Present, share screen, window, RFK. There we go. That should come up.
So I'm not going to answer that yes or no. If you want an answer, I'm happy to give it to you, but it's not a yes.
I just want a yes or no.
It's not susceptible to yes or no answer.
I'd say your answer.
Say your option.
Say your option. Say your option.
Yeah, you can see the lips on that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely fascinating stuff. I first saw the lip movements back in '87 when I did a TV interview on reverse speech, and they actually played the video backwards on the TV, and I'm watching it go, oh my God, those lips match. And it just really took my breath away. And I haven't really seen it much since we got our video software, which came out about 4 or 5 years ago now. And of course, once the video software came out, I started playing all these videos backwards. You can see these lip movements all over the place. They're really quite stunning.
Yeah, that is incredible. That just adds a whole other layer of legitimacy to the entire thing. Like, do detractors of this know that you have videos as well?
No, probably not. Probably not. Here's Mike Johnson. Let me. This looks like it's a close up. I'm just trying to remember which ones I got close ups on. You know, so Mike Johnson. Here we go. We'll try this.
Reason for that is because our new president is back in the White House, the 47th president of the United States.
They deserve best seat.
That is the best seat.
Oh yeah, they deserve the best seat. Yeah, you can see the lips on that one. Oops, hang on. Do it again.
That is the best seat.
That is the best seat. That is the best seat.
Yeah, the best seat. You know, president given the best seat. Yeah, Lips are matching on that one. Here's another one on Johnson. Looks like it's a fairly straightforward one here. Image file. Oh, no, I've done it wrong. Sorry. Let's do this again. Present, share screen, window, Mike Johnson. Okay, we'll try this.
What's happening around the world right now is interesting as well. Our allies and our friends are encouraged again, and our adversaries are nervous. They're on notice. They see what's happening because something has changed. There's a new sheriff in town.
And it must suck.
And it must suck.
And it must suck.
Oh, yeah, the lips, mate. Yeah, new sheriff in town. It must suck. That's funny. And the lips matched on that one. Look at the lips.
Sheriff in town. And it must suck.
And it must suck. And it must suck.
Yeah, lips match perfectly. Yep. Whole new dimension to reverse speech. I've been wanting to do radio. I haven't done any TV interviews for years, but next TV interview I do, I'm going to pull out all my video reversals, and say, yeah, go with this, skeptics. Explain this. Lips movements matching. It's and when you see body language links, it's quite amazing too.
Yes, that is really incredible. I had no idea, and that just blew my mind. Blew my mind.
Good. I'm glad to blow minds every now and then.
I was already a believer, and now I'm even more of a believer. You have convinced me.
Good.
I think you're 100% onto it.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it's very accurate reverse speech. It really, look, I wouldn't have devoted 42 years of my life to it if I didn't believe in it. It's real, it's powerful, it reveals the truth, it cuts through all the BS and just lays it bare. I mean, you look at the Andrew reversals, full of guilt. He's lying through his.
Think you froze again. It's all right. He'll be back in a second. Rob Oz
I'm back.
made it back. Rob Oz wants to know if you have any on Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky before we let you go.
Oh, yes. Gee whiz. I wouldn't know where they are though. Let me see if I can pull them up. Where I gotta find my Bill Clinton file. Yes, I got quite a few. Oh, hang on. Here's one that says. No, that's not it. Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky. No, look, I wouldn't know where they are. I've got a lot of them. I just can't put my hands on them off the top of my head.
Yeah, too much. Did you remember what he was saying? Was Bill Clinton a liar?
Oh yeah, she's a fun girl to kiss. What's that? Make her swallow. You trash. An easy roll. There's some really bad ones on him.
Oh man, I bet the Hillary Clinton ones are wild too.
They are indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet she's lying through her teeth as well.
Yeah, let me get a plug out for my next training class, okay? So, we're running close to the end. I got a training class starting July the 3rd. It's a year-long course looking for students to learn reverse speech. If you're interested, email me at backwards@reversespeech.com. That's BACKWARDS@reversespeech.com. New training class starting. There's only about a half a dozen qualified people in the world doing this. So we need a whole lot more out there. It'll happen. Yep.
And that's on your website. I have your website linked in the description of the video, and they can sign up from your website.
Yep, reversespeech.com. Yep.
Awesome. Can you let people know where can they get to your YouTube channel as well through the website?
Yeah, YouTube channel. My podcast is on every Saturday afternoon at 5:30 p.m. Pacific on YouTube. I've got hundreds of videos up on my YouTube channel. Just search for David Oates. You'll find me. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David. Really appreciate you. Next time we bring you back on, let's do a greatest hits of the videos.
Your reversals. I'll go get them all together for you. Okay.
Awesome. That sounds great. Thanks everyone for being here in the chat. I really appreciate you. The links to David's information is in the description of the video. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up button to help the channel in the algorithm. Sure, subscribe, hit the bell icon as well for notifications. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.